Hi everyone, welcome to today's session on All India Round 2 Resignation Notice. All India Round 2 Resignation was, the deadline was till 7th September 6 p.m. Now they've extended it for a day to help out or to accommodate students who have got their state round 2 results beyond the 7th of September. There are many states which did not adhere with the timeline and then they published the results beyond the 7th of September. Already we mentioned that in UG there was an offline resignation possibility. This time they have come up with a very online resignation possibility for candidates from tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is 13th of September, morning 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. there is a resignation possibility. So if you are willing to resign your seat, All India Round 2 seat, and you have a state round 2 seat, you will be able to resign. So they have clearly mentioned that there is a timeline that is provided for resignation. This is an online resignation. So basically, what does an online resignation mean? The candidate, the institute has to go to intra MCC and then candidate withdrawal. They'll have to go to candidate withdrawal link under manage online reporting and submit the resignation, and then they will get a MCC logo printed resignation letter. So this entire MCC resignation letter should be taken, and that is the final part of this entire resignation. It has to be done online in intra MCC. Automatically the seat goes to All India Round 3. This is the process that needs to be followed. There have been many queries on this. We'll just go through that. From tomorrow 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. you will be able to resign. Physically you are asked to report, but in case you are not able to report physically, you are at a place where we suggest that you always physically report so that you always you're at the venue in case there is an issue, you are not able to reach out the nodal officer over phone from your place. Those might become issues. If it is possible, physically report and get your resignation letter, because only after that you are actually eligible as per process for your state. In case some of you have joined your state with your originals from DNB etc., go back and resign and ensure that that is corrected. You are not supposed to join, but you had joined. Now you have an opportunity to correct everything by getting a proper resignation done. Choice filling will resume at 5 p.m. Basically during this period, tomorrow you will not be able to fill choices. This is not possible during this period, and after that MCC will come up with the revised matrix. What will the revised matrix contain? The revised matrix, as of now there are around 8,100 plus actual vacancies. As against that, there will be seats added due to resignation. So all the resigned seats will become clear vacancies, and they will be available along with this, which means that is positive for whoever is waiting for All India Round 3. Any resignation is a positive. The same candidate might come back to All India Round 3. We don't know how the rules are going to be this time, but as of now, any vacancy created is always a positive and definitely can't be a negative. So this process ends up in some additional seats for All India Round 3. So that is going to be a positive for All India Round 3. There have been many candidates checking with us saying whether last year's mop-up will be similar to All India Round 3 results, whether All India Round 3 movements will happen. Wherever there is additional competition, All India Round 2 joint candidates are eligible. Maybe, we don't know, but if state R2 are also allowed, basis court cases or whatever, if state R2 are also allowed, irrespective of whether they are allowed or not, All India Round 2 joint being available in being able to upgrade, that itself will create a negative shift obviously compared to last year. But when you compare it with All India Round 2, whatever you are holding, the vacancies are expected to create a positive shift for most of the seats. Some seats might be a negative shift, but most of the seats it is expected to create a positive shift because there are vacancies. Now, tomorrow, note that there is a change in the timeline to 14th morning 10 a.m. the choice filling closes. So ensure that everything is done by 13th end of day. We'll just try to run a session at around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock tomorrow to look at the final things. One final thing before we go ahead, fill all choices. You have multiple choices, other category choices too, PWD choices. They may get converted. Fill all choices. Don't limit choices by a small rank range of 1,000 plus or minus compared to last year. Last year ranks are not relevant at all anymore. Last year ranks there might be a huge deviation. So fill all choices. Other category choices also you can fill, because if they get converted, they will be allotted to you. Preference order is what you need to fill in. I have a higher possibility for this particular seat, therefore I am putting it as number 1. Don't do that. Whatever is your higher preference, whether it is possible or not doesn't matter. Higher preference should be on the top. First choice is like, if I get all the seats out of my choice list, which one will I choose? If they give me all the seats, that should be your first preference. It is not like I have a higher possibility for an NBE Diploma, so I will put it first. That is not like that. So you will have to put in choices as per your preference order. Now we look at all the states, round 2 results published states which get an advantage. The candidates who get an advantage. 8th September or something, I think around evening or 9th morning, they published Assam results. The last date of joining is still 12th September. So these candidates, in case they couldn't resign their All India round 2 seats, they can resign now. Himachal Pradesh 10th September, these candidates will resign now. Madhya Pradesh 8th September, it was still 11th September, but Madhya Pradesh extended this till 13th September, the joining itself. It has been extended till 13th September. So Madhya Pradesh candidates who couldn't join earlier because they couldn't get back their originals or resign from their All India round 2 seat, they can they resign and then join Madhya Pradesh till 13th. Uttar Pradesh is on 14th, and Tamil Nadu, which delayed a lot, possibly without understanding what the entire process alignment is, and putting candidates through a lot of anxiety and trouble. Now that they are also aligning with the process. So 11th September, Tamil Nadu candidates too, whoever is holding an All India round 2 seat now may be able to go to Tamil Nadu state round 2 by resigning the All India round 2 seat. While this entire thing is happening, there is one minor thing that we like to tell you. When you are doing this resignation, you will resign your seat by what time? 3 p.m. on 13th. All India round 3, this would mean exit with forfeiture, right? All India round 3 requires further registration if you exit with forfeiture. Correct? So if you have gone ahead and joined your state round 2 seat by resigning this seat, exited with forfeiture from your round 2 seat, there is no registration timeline given for All India round 3. How this is going to happen, we are not sure. This is a point that you need to keep in mind. We don't know how it will happen. By tomorrow morning, if there is a notification from MCC on any registration possibility, then All India round 3 might be a possibility. This is not, and also state round 2 to AAR3 is not very clear yet. Absolute clarity is not there. MCC call center is mentioning something. We are also not 100% clear about how this will pan out because court cases are on. In case there is a different direction, there might be a different thing. So we are unable to tell you that exactly that this is how it will happen because this is a very complex thing in terms of blocking, etc. So take a call on that. But note that if you exit with forfeiture, this registration is not available. Your state round 2 seat is strong enough for you, good enough for you, then you join it after resignation. This notification also, you can wait for any notification saying for these candidates there might be a registration or an alternate option. Round 2 choice filling results are yet to be published for Bihar, Pondicherry. Pondicherry, if they publish it tomorrow, candidates get a chance to resign after their All India round 2 seats and participate in Pondicherry. But if not, then it is a problem. Bihar has not published their results, and then you also have the others. So anyways, this notification is not going to be helpful for Bihar and and you have other states. Andhra Pradesh round 2 is yet to happen. They have just notified the rules for round 2. We'll just explain these 3 states because there is an All India round 2 joint implication. Candidates joined and continuing in round 2 of All India quota are not eligible for APR2. Once this notification comes up, now you have a choice to make, exactly like last year. Whether you continue with your All India round 2 or resign it and move to AP round 2 without an All India seat in hand. That is a possibility that exists for Andhra Pradesh candidates. Which list they will use, etc. we are not sure, but they mentioned that joined and continuing in round 1 and round 2 of All India quota as well as Telangana state, they are not eligible. Allotted candidates of, and another thing that they have come up with, allotted candidates of round 3 of All India quota are not eligible for AP round 2 and further rounds. So basically, once you get into All India round 2 and move ahead, this phase 2 and further rounds might not be possible unless there is an upgradation and then you don't join, etc. All those complications you won't get into. If you want to get into Andhra Pradesh round 2, there is an exit at AR2 joint, maybe. Okay. So beyond that further rounds, we are not sure, but at least now for our AP round 2, you will have to exit your All India round 2 seat. That is what this notification mentions. Keep looking for changes, but that is what this notification mentions. And then you have Karnataka's notification. Among all, Karnataka has also mentioned that candidates who are joined the allotted seat in first or second round. This basically means at the end of AA round 2, you have a joint seat status. That is what it means. At the end of AA round 2, possibly after tomorrow's resignation, you have a joint seat status. Already, most of them would not have been eligible because original certificates are with All India round 2 institute, right? So you would not have been able to participate because 13th to 16th, I think they have got the timelines, 13th to 16th, right? They've got the timelines of document submission. So based on that, anyways, you would not have been eligible if you're holding an All India Round 2 seat. But some candidates who have got a DNB seat and they have not got the certificates, even they are not eligible as per the rule, irrespective of whether you have got the certificates or not, because they've clearly mentioned join the allotted seat in first round or second round. Candidates who joined the seat and resigned, they might be eligible. So that you can take it up. As of now, joined and resigned should be eligible because resignation is allowed by All India. So if your status is joined after 13th or at the time of document submission, you will not be eligible. That is how we interpret it. So you can check it with KE. If you have any doubts, you can check it with KE on whether it is joined and resigned or joined. Post that, KEA might come up with something. We are not sure. KEA every year comes up with something saying All India Round 3 allotted candidates are not eligible for state Round 3. That is a later thing. As of now, since KEA Round 2 is happening in parallel, candidates might be able to attend KEA Round 2 if they are not holding a seat in hand and are participating in All India Round 3. That is a very tricky scenario. There is a court case on that part too. KEA all Round 2s should be over before Round 3 starts. All India Round 3 starts. We don't know about that too, which means we don't know about a lot of things because there is less clarity. Best part we'll come to what we can suggest at the end. Wait for that. Chhattisgarh, 15th September is the choice filling, and then when they are going to release the results, we are not sure. So which means Chhattisgarh will also not get any benefit out of it. So before we end, one thing: All India Round 3 allotment results in non-joining or not. As of now, Odisha, AP, and Maharashtra have clearly notified that AA Round 3 allotment results in cancellation of not being eligible for state Round 3. Okay, so this part is being asked by candidates saying that if you are allotted in All India Round 3, please only these 3 states don't allow, otherwise it will create a wastage of seats to stray vacancy in case the candidates don't join and go ahead with state Round 3. So this makes if this rule is implemented, the candidates consider that it is better because all candidates will fill in choices properly. Whatever happens, the courts decide. Interpretations of ours or yours or anything doesn't matter. Courts will interpret and tell whether this should be a rule implemented by every state. But as of now, states themselves have implemented the rule. So a suggestion is, anybody who fills in a choice properly for All India Round 3, assuming that this will be my final seat, in case I get it, I will move from states or I will move from All India Round 2 to this, they don't have a problem. So fill your choices right, because once you fill a wrong choice, stray is also out for you, and maybe there is a risk of these states, similar to these states, other states coming up with non-eligibility. Like last year, you have Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, and a whole lot of states we can list down, which did not allow All India Round 3 allotted candidates. Last minute after you fill your choices, if they come up with that, you will have a problem. Understand the risk. If you believe that they will not come up with that at all, you take a call. But if they come up, you lose your All India Round 3, which you are not interested in, and also state options and also stray options. So fundamentally, filling a choice that you wish to join in All India Round 3 will benefit. Assume that this might be my last chance. You have gone through 5 stages in the entire process. Even after that, if you are looking for something else by trying to think that there is only a security deposit forfeiture, there is a risk involved. We would sincerely suggest you not to do that for your own benefit of having better options in stray or further rounds by filling in right choices. If you are allotted a seat after being allotted an All India Round 3 seat, okay, choice filling happens on, let us say, 14th end. 16th results are there, and you are allotted a choice. Here, if you come in and think I am not going to join, then your first thing that you will think about is, if I had not filled this choice, I would have at least got stray and maybe a state Round 2. Why did I fill this choice? How many days are there? 2 days between the results and the 14th choice filling. If you take that decision on joining any seat 2 days prior, you might have multiple options open. Up to you, but this is what logically somebody who is clear about taking decisions a little earlier, benefiting them at a later point in time for a career would do. Thanks a lot for watching. I will come up with another video on final things by tomorrow. Just watch it before you, we'll come up with it by around possibly 6 to 7 tomorrow evening. There will be a final thing before you fill in your final pointers before you fill in your choices for All India Round 3. Thanks.